Absolutely. And they're racing. The final has begun. We are racing at Canterbury Park. This, again, is a final for the transition 8 to 12-year-olds.
And, of course, we talk about transitions, so a lot of these guys racing that Arctic Cat transition sled. Your early race leader, Anson Shield, racer Frank right behind him. Frank, of course, the #1 qualifier. Matt Lamora in third, then it's Sterry, Tomey, and Kleeman. Those are your top 6.
They get through the corner clean over there. Everybody on their sled through the FXR turn. That hard right-hand turn by the GoPro signs and towards the Air Force flyaway. By the way, speaking of that, we have a 2-star general joining us here today. How big is that?
And he is a 2-star general, if I'm not mistaken, with Special Forces.
Oh, my.
So it'll be really interesting to talk to him. We're going to talk to him during the pre-race program and then during opening ceremonies. There are 45 depth swearing people today. That's incredible.
Incredible. You see the leader already pulling away a little bit. Racer Frank on his tail, but Anson Shield is your leader. Into the Makita corner and headed down the front stretch. We'll set the lineup for you once again as they cross the AMSOIL finish line. Anson Shield, your leader, over the AMSOIL finish line. Racer Frank continues to be in second, almost 2.5 seconds behind. Kyle Tomey in third. Matt Lamouret is in fourth, and right now it's CJ Petoskey running in fifth.
I think Racer Frank's made up some ground, though. He was really fast in the front part of the racetrack here. There is that step up right there coming out of the back part of the racetrack.
Now, Mike, you said something interesting there, and for people, again, who are brand new to the sport or are coming out and watching for the first time today or learning more, tell me about the sleds these kids are riding.
Well, transition class used to be a transitional class that went from, we used to race 300 cc's in a class, and then transition was 500 cc's. And Arctic basically had a sled, and a driver off in the back there. You see him back up, running to get to his sled. Arctic Cat had a great sled that was a transition sled, and it went to 500 cc's. Now they can run up to blocked 600 cc sleds, so it's a transition from some of the smaller sleds up into these larger sleds that they race. There's your race leader, Anson Shield. Anson is out of North Branch, Minnesota, racing for Arctic Cat and Thomas Snow Sports. And a little history, of course, Anson's dad, a longtime racer, Aaron Shield, called him the Iceman, has made many laps around this racetrack. Anson looking very solid through the back part of the racetrack.
Special delivery up here, sorry.
Lunch for later?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of Monster Energy drink, maybe. Somebody said I sounded tired.
You did.
Look at the lead right now for Anson Shield.
Yeah, he's, it was 4 seconds.
Out of North Branch, Minnesota. For Arctic Cat, Thomas Snow Sports, and Ziegler Caterpillar. How about that?
That's who his dad works for. Anson, number 144, carrying the same number that his father did. Racer Frank now about 5.5 seconds behind.
Kyle Tomey still running third. Kyle out of Dooseman, Wisconsin. Racer out of New London, Minnesota.
Yeah, sled having a problem in the transition area in the back part. They got it refired. Looks over his shoulder, make sure he's not going to impede anybody's traffic around this racetrack. This is a great class.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I was going to say, I thought I saw it, but that's a lap racer that the lady just went around there.
It's a great class for these drivers as they become more and more competitive into the bigger classes to really learn good racing etiquette, sportsmanship.
And it's still a big sled.
It is.
I mean, you know.
That's a full-size sled.
Around the Makita corner and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line, the white flag awaits your leader. He got that stud boy hole shot, and Anson Shield has led the entire way. See if he can hold on for one more lap.
The stud boy hole shot winner last night, where the donation was made to the Pink Ribbon Riders, Tucker Hibbert.
Tucker Hibbert, who dominated that final last night. Man, did he look hooked up last night. Oof. Down the backstretch he comes, less than half a lap to go for Anson Shield, the pride of North Branch, Minnesota. Second in his prelims, but he's been all about dominating this final. Very clean race so far, though, for this transition 8 to 12-year-old class. Doing a great job, all these racers.
Name that we haven't really talked much about, Drew Freeland, sitting in 6th place.
I like Drew.
You and I can relate to Drew. He was racing 120 champs here about a year ago.
Yes.
He was a big boy on that sled.
Yes, he was. Out of the Makita quarter, headed for the checkers and the win. Anson Shield has won at Canterbury in the transition 8 through 12 class. Second place headed for the finish line as well. Racer Frank will hold on for the second place on the podium. And here comes third. Kyle Tomey will come across the finish line and finish third. So congratulations to our top 3 in the transition 8 to 12-year-olds.
Rest of the field will work their way through. CJ Patowski in 4th. McKenna Kleeman in 5th. Freeland will end up in 6th spot. Then Nathan Nathan fell down a spot, couple of spots. Kellen Chaperon in 7th. Brandon Nelson. Nathan Malox in 9th. Maverick Wilkie and Sophia Halsey in 11th. That's the way they end up here in transition 8 to 12. You see them stopping up in front, and they will, look at that. Chelsea's out there directing traffic. As soon as they're ready to go, and we are hearing word that the drivers are ready. So let's introduce to you the top 3 in the transition 8 to 12 class. In 3rd place, out of Deuceman, Wisconsin, racing for Wilson Sports and Marine, MTEC Environmental Incorporated on the 361 RD Cat, Kyle Tomey. In 2nd place, out of New London, Minnesota, his sponsors are Bork Lumber and Steel, also Carrie Schaefer Realty and Eric Frank Construction. On the 204 RD Cat, Racer Frank. And your winner, out of North Branch, Minnesota, racing for RD Cat, Thomas Snow Sports, Ziegler Caterpillar, and Speedworks on the 144 RD Cat, Anson Shield. And let's go down to Chelsea in winner's circle. Chelsea?
Hi guys, this is our top 3 here in our transition 8 to 12 class. Kyle Tomey, one of our top qualifiers today. Who do you want to thank for your top 3 finish?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank God, because without him, I wouldn't be here. The AMSoil team did a great job putting this track together this weekend. I would like to thank Tom and Lori and the team at Wilson Sport for putting this sled together, and also the race department up in Thief River Falls. I'd also like to thank my mom and dad with MTech Environmental, and everyone else who has helped me along the way financially, physically, or mentally.
Well, congratulations, Kyle. These guys are only 8 to 12 years old. What a speech. You should teach some of the pro riders. In 2nd spot, we got Racer Frank. Racer, what was your favorite part of the track, and who do you want to thank today?
My favorite part of the track is the downhill double. My mom, my dad, Bork Lumber, RFC.
Well, congratulations, Racer. Great job. So, Anson Shield, you want to step on down? You're a little taller. So, Anson, you kind of had a rough day, not rough day in qualifying, but you had to do a lot of work, and now you're up on top. How'd you do it?
I gotta thank Steve from Speedworks. We were testing out there Thursday.
Well, congratulations, Anson. Great race today. That's your top 3. We got more finals action coming up.
Thank you, Chelsea. And you're right. Great job by all 3 of them, hitting the sponsors and mom and dad and God and everybody, and looking like pros up there on that podium. Yes.
Quick announcement about a drivers meeting will be taking place right now, Carl. Is that what you're saying? Drivers meeting, and it's for, I believe, sport and some of those classes.
I got to tell you, standing up here with a literal bird's eye view, I love to look at all the trailers stacked up here at Canterbury Park. Many a time I've stood here at Canterbury Park in the summertime, watched the horses run by. The difference a little bit of snow and a whole lot of equipment and pros make, it's unbelievable.
Does PA let you stand in his office with him when he's
look at this. Look at this drone shot.
Oh, that's the Air Force pitch shot.
That is so very cool.
Look at, there's Tucker's trailer, Hinch's.
That's the shot that I need to show everybody back at the fan exactly what I do on the weekends, because nobody quite gets just how big a deal this is. Millions and millions of dollars of high-tech equipment right there.
Tucker Hollis trailer.
Yeah. Did you see Carly Aplin's trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
her green room.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bester, your number 1 qualifier. 7 laps.
And we're racing. Oh, they're bumping and banging, but they get through cleanly into turn 1. Down the stretch they come. Oh, it's a drag race, 3 abreast. Carson Allred is your leader for the moment.
Now, if they're all kind to each other going into the corner here, that'll be the next trick.
They are.
Little bumping and banging early on.
Good job, guys. Wow, good running there. Very clean race through that corner.
Matt
It's
Wilbert,
Allred, Wilbert, and Runkle. You're right.
Runkle. Bester, your number 1 qualifier, sitting in 4th.
And look at down the backstretch. Is that Runkle that just shot out a cannon and is into second now?
No, that's Bester.
Was it Bester? And now the leader bobbles a bit, and we've got to have a battle for the lead in a moment. Again, this is the junior, 16, and 17-year-old final.
And you watch these drivers, it's interesting. Some of these guys have stepped up a class and are racing. They probably aren't 17 or 16.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that Bester is one of them. But this just goes to show the natural ability that Bester has.
And we've got a new leader, and it is Riley Bester for the moment.
Yeah, bar to bar, they're going to go down.
Allred's not going to let it go easy, but wow. Riley Bester, a second faster on that lap than Carson Allred.
Allred tried to play possum and check up, get underneath him before they went into that ram corner. Bester knew that was coming. Boy, now he's positioned himself out front.
My, oh my, look at him go. Is that Tucker Hibbert? Wow. I love to see the youngins doing it like this. You know, it just bodes so well for this great sport and the future of this sport. If we are so fortunate, we may very well say someday leading the AMSOIL Pro Open. There's Riley Bester out front, you know?
Boy, he's pulled out in front. You'd wonder he's got some of those natural racing traits. Looks good. Bester. You know, and it's interesting because you talk about Fratellone companies, FXR, Arctic Cat, Speedworks, the sponsors, and the special association that built with FXR, and they talked about it last night, who his original dealers were, and how, you know, with the Besters and Fratellones was one of the original people that kind of got him going here with the dealerships in the state of Minnesota. It's a neat, neat story.
Oh, and downstairs, the FXR booth downstairs, I could spend $1 quadrillion down there. I hope I win the lottery. Well, yeah, that's true. You're right. I hope I do win the lottery so I can get everything I want.
I have my tickets purchased.
I do too.
Yes.
I stopped by the Super America on the way here.
How many?
$20 worth.
It only takes one to win.
That's what everybody tells me. Hopefully I've got that one in my pocket. If I win, I will buy you a coffee.
What a great guy.
Or some hot tamales, whatever you want, man.
Yeah. I can't get in on that
the power trip debt?
power trip
No, you cannot.
million dollar deal.
3 laps to go for your leader, and that is Riley Bester.
Man, he looks good.
Out of Prior Lake, Minnesota for Fratellone Companies and FXR, as you mentioned. Carson Allred continues to run second out of Gaylord, Michigan for Arctic Cat, Diesel Freak, and Mega Power Sports. And Reed Runkle, Burlington, Wisconsin, FXR, SSI Decals, is in third right now.
And you got Wilbert, File in fifth, Schneider, Hogan, Justin Hodge, Zach Farmer, our buddy out there from out in Michigan, Brendan Goyne.
That's the 373, yeah.
Yep, 373 yard sale. I'm just happy to see that he's got skis down.
Well, he had some issues, some concussion issues. You know, he was a little bit worried about, so he had not been racing too much, and now he's back. And watching him go around the track, he's getting some big air out there, and it's fun to talk to him in between races. As your leader goes over again, that's Riley Bester over the AMSOIL finish line. Continues a big lead.
2 laps to go.
And these guys are getting big air over the AMSOIL finish line.
7-second lead is what Bester's sitting on right now.
The 200 sled, the 850. As your leader goes by that Ram truck sitting in the infield, the official truck of AMSOIL Championships, no cross powered by Ram.
You know, we talk about races that will be coming to in the near future. When we go to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, that's a big race for the Ram folks. They have a number of people that are there from their different corporate offices. Fun to work with.
Yes, no doubt.
And I'll tell you what a supporter of the race. Of course, not only a big supporter of ice hockey and the AMSOIL Championship snowcross, but a big deal with Tucker Hibbert as one of his major sponsors.
Your leader gets the white flag. 1 lap to go for Riley Bester. Second place, still about 5 seconds behind him, Carson Allred.
Runkle got those sporty FXR colors on there.
Through the FXR turn, the hard ride through that GoPro turn, and headed towards the Air Force flyaway for the final time. Very smooth through that back section of the track. Through the dog leg for the final time. Again, Riley Bester has led from the very beginning of this race. He was your #1 qualifier, won his first heat, won his second heat, and is less than a football field away from winning the feature. Headed towards the checkers, they're in the air, and your winner, Riley Bester, has done it at Canterbury Park in Shakopee in round 6 of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram. Second, Carson Allred, and here comes Reed Runkle. Third place here in the Pertec Snowcross National presented by Jimmy John's. Great run, everybody. Again, another relatively clean race.
Matt Wilbert comes across 4th. File in 5th, and Schneider Hogan.
Hold on to it, Riley.
Hodges.
Or not Riley, I'm sorry. Brendan.
Brendan giving us some thrills, chills.
Man, he likes to get big air, I gotta tell you. That was our buddy Brendan, who just finished in the orange 373 right there. He does a lot of the announcing for us.
10th place he took.
Took 10th place there. And he'll be up here in a bit to give us a racer's eye view of the racetrack.
Sure,
I always love talking about it.
he'll come up.
Oh, he said some very interesting things about the elevated starting line. He didn't say he didn't like it, didn't say he did like it. He just said it was really different. And I think the racers appreciate that when they're not dealing with it.
Now
right?
that he's getting a little older, though, he's got that fancy hairdo, you know.
He looks good.
He's got to fight through his fans downstairs.
Well, the thing that I hate is he's taller than I am already. Of course, everybody's taller than I am.
Have you been downstairs and walked around at all?
Oh, sure.
Did you see the CNA Pro Ski booth?
Yes.
Tell me that's not a shot of Levi larger than life.
I know.
It's a cutout of Levi, which makes Levi look like he's about 5'11".
There's no doubting, as I like to say, that cutout of Levi is taller than Levi. There's no doubting.
I seen that, and I just busted out laughing.
I know
when
it.
I seen it. Oh, that looks great. Them are some awesome looking colors he's got on there. In second place on the 631, Artie Cat out of Gaylord, Michigan, racing for Artie Cat. Diesel Freak, Mega Power Sports, and M12 design. That is Carson Allred. And your winner out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, racing for Fratalone Companies, FXR, Artie Cat, Speedworks, Studboy, and Spy. On the 151 Artie Cat, Riley Bester. Let's go down to Chelsea again.
Reed Runkle. So, Reed, you had a hard-working day today. I feel like every time I was announcing you, you're like passing, making your way up to the front. How did you do it today to get the third?
I just wanted it. It's been so long. 2 years. That's all I have to say.
And who do you want to thank?
FXR, Polaris, Walker Evans, just everyone.
Well,
Dad, Mom and Dad, just everyone.
Well, congratulations, Reed. Great racing today. In second spot, we've got Carson Allred. Carson, you had another solid day of racing today. You raced yesterday. How did that help you in today's racing?
I just got a little bit more practice on the track yesterday. I didn't have the best luck of yesterday, but it still helped.
And who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister, Jeff Whitwer, Arctic Cat, Arctic Wear, Mike Coletti, Diesel Freak, R12 Designs, Mega Power Sports, and Studboy.
Well, congratulations. And up on top of the box, Riley Bester, come on down. So Riley, you always have such a busy weekend. How many races do you estimate that you do in a year?
A lot. That's all I know.
He does both the regionals and our national circuit. Who do you want to thank for bringing you out here this weekend?
My mom, my dad, my sister, my grandma and grandpa, Tony Fradlone, Fradlone Racing, FXR, Milton, Carla, and Lauren Reimer, Bruce from D-Line, Fox, Shocks, Rocks, anyone, or Articat, anyone else I forgot.
Well, congratulations, Riley. That's your top 3 here in junior 16-17. I'm sending it back to you guys.
Thank you, Chelsea and Reed. Great job, man. I love to see that kind of emotion on a young racer. That's wonderful to see. We're about to go racing again. It's another final, and they are on the starting line already. These are the junior 10 to 13-year-olds getting ready to go green for all the hardware. 15 sleds on the starting line. It's in the starters' hands. Eric Downs, your fast qualifier, and they are green. Down the stretch they come into turn number 1. Everybody's through clean and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. And Eric Downs, your fastest qualifier out of Jordan, Minnesota for Fradlone Racing, and FXR is your leader, the stud boy hole shot. Braden Kearns and Logan Fradlone, 2nd and 3rd right now. The battle continues up front, though. Your leader not running away from it yet. Oh, no! A little bumping and banging, and our 2nd place rider, Braden Kearns, goes down. You see the separation already beginning for Eric Downs out front. Let's take a look at what happened here to Braden Kearns. Looked like Fradlone might have got into the back of him a little bit, even just coming out of the FXR corner right there. Yeah, a little bit, just a racing thing there. Looked like Braden tried to round off the corner a little bit, and Logan got underneath him and got him off camber a little bit, and off the sled he went. But he's up and moving and doing just fine. There's your leader. Over that AMSOIL finish line, Eric Downs, already a giant lead for the young man out of Jordan, Minnesota. 2nd place, Logan Fradlone. Nathan LaValle right on his tail, though. Nathan out of Hermantown, Minnesota for Jeff Foster Trucking and Skidoo, and our friends at AMSOIL as well. As they have to avoid the yellow as they try to continue to get that sled of our former 2nd place rider, Braden Kearns, out of the way there. He's trying to get her fired. We got another sled dead over by the Air Force Flyaway as well.
Boy, Braden, he's working hard trying to get that sled fired too, isn't he?
Giant lead again for Eric Downs.
That other sled that's having a problem over there is the...
Is that the 816?
I think so. Let me see if we can get another shot at it here.
Over the AMSOIL finish line. 2 laps to go in this junior 10 to 13 final for Eric Downs.
I don't even see it on the sheet here. The 930 sled. Do you have it on your sheets there?
Yes, that is Caleb Kinsvater.
That's the sled that's down in the back that they're going to be pulling off there.
All the way from Indian River, Michigan. Hate to see a breakdown for somebody who traveled all that far.
And Kurt's got his sled refired, so he's back underway.
The yellow flag again out over the Air Force Flyaway. As we have a new 2nd place rider, by the way. Nathan LaValle got around Logan Fradlone. Big lead. The lead about 8 seconds right now for Eric Downs over Nathan LaValle.
Watching juniors 10 to 13, junior 14, 15 comes up after this, and then following that is the Woody's Junior Girls 9 to 13, that new class they put together this year to try to get some of the younger ladies involved in racing.
Now there are 2 laps to go. Now there are 2 laps. Eric Downs, your leader.
We had 19 racers in the Pro-Am women yesterday.
How about that?
That's good. Are you a racer? There you go. Got some people joining us up here, watching over our shoulders.
Yep. The best view of the racetrack in the land right here. We're lucky enough to have it. Big air as they now are staying under green through that Air Force Flyaway over there.
Eric Downs continues to be your race leader with about a 9-second lead over LaValle. Wilbert in 3rd, Andy Paik Evan Christian out of that KC Racing team.
And I still say, even though it's spelled differently, Nathan ought to walk up to Levi Lavalle at one of these races and just go, come on,
Yeah.
my last name's Lavalle. You've got to sign me to your team.
It's spelled different,
I
but,
know, but
it don't
still.
matter.
White flag is out for the man who has dominated this race, the young man who's dominated this race. Eric Downs in the junior 10 to 13-year-olds. Look at the big air for Nathan Lavalle. Again, another reason for him to be part of that Lavalle squad. Around the corner, down that backstretch for the final time. Less than half a lap to go as the hardware awaits our leader, Eric Downs.
Andy Peak, last lap, moved his way up to a podium finish. Another driver that comes from a racing family, Brad Peak, Andy's dad.
Our winner makes it towards the Makita corner for the final time, headed towards that AMSOIL finish line. Makes his way around the lap traffic and over the AMSOIL finish line. The checkers in the air and the win for Eric Downs in the junior 10 to 13-year-old class. A dominating victory for Eric Downs. Here comes second place. Out of the Makita corner. Headed towards the AMSOIL finish line and over the AMSOIL finish line, Nathan Lavalle in second. A 20-second win for Eric Downs, and Andy Peak will come across in third, the final spot on the podium. As the rest of our racers continue to cross the finish line, I want to remind you, Turtles Bar and Grill is waiting on you, race fans. Make sure you stop by Turtles Bar and Grill in downtown Shakopee and ask for the ISOC specials all weekend long. I love Turtles, man. That's a racer's bar in Shakopee. And also, for those of you who are here, maybe a little break between the races after you check out all the FXR merchandise, enjoy both blackjack and racing. Well, blackjack can also be found on the second level at Canterbury Park, conveniently located next to the Horseshoe Bar. So head on down. Let's have some funsies.
There Andy comes. In second place, out of Hermantown, Minnesota, racing for Jeff Foster Trucking, Skidoo, AMSOIL, Clem, and Elite Tinting and Graphics, that's Nathan Lavalle. And your winner out of Jordan, Minnesota, racing for Fratellone Racing, FXR, Graphic Effects, and FertMix. He is on the number 129 Arctic Cat. Your winner, Eric Downs. Again, let's go down to winner's circle and Chelsea Scorch.
Hi guys, this is our top three here in the junior 10-13 class. In the third spot is Andy Peak. Andy, you had to make a late race pass to get up here on the podium. How did you do it?
I just tried to find the good lines and just try to hang on.
And who do you want to thank?
My dad, Articat, for making such a good sled, and just all the people that make the track and stuff.
Well, congratulations, great race. Moving over to second spot, this is Nathan Lavalle. This is your first national podium. Who do you want to thank for getting up here today?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, Skidoo, Climb, Jeff Foster Trucking, Steve Shearing. I wouldn't be here without him. Fly, anybody else I'm forgetting.
Well, congratulations, great racing. Come on down, Eric. So we just saw Riley Besser up here, and you almost look like a carbon copy of him out there in the track. How'd you get ahead so fast?
I don't know, I just got the whole shot and was able to stay smooth.
And who do you want to thank?
Milt from FXR, Tony Fratellone, FXR, Spy, Final Grade, Rocks, my friends, my parents, and Fratellone Racing.
Well, congratulations. Great race here, Junior 10-13. I'm going to send it back to you guys. We got more finals coming up.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. And we've already got our next final on the starting line. That'll be the junior 14 to 15-year-olds.
Taylor Cole qualifies third. Zach Farmer, your fourth qualifier. Fifth is Carson Allred. Justin Hodges is the 6th qualifier on his Hardy Cat. Brandon Goyne, our buddy, the
That's
number
right.
7 qualifier out of Gaylord, Michigan. On the Great Lakes Diving and Salvage Hardy Cat. Boy, I had a chance to talk to his dad. I told you about that, didn't I? That he's
Oh,
a
yeah,
salvage
that's
diver.
right. You did tell me that,
Man,
yeah.
that is so cool. Then Peyton Hogan is the number 8 qualifier. Marcus Lang and Isaac Poulsen is the front row.
And they're racing.
Schlotteroff, Lang, Nieders, Brown, and Dutzman made up the back row. Here they come.
Wow, look how fast they are over that Amsoil finish line. Holy moly.
Oh! Look who's out front right away.
Hang on to it.
Look at Bester. Just gone.
Our rider off the sled in the front row is just fine. That was the 144 Peyton Hogan. But out front, there he goes again. Riley Bester, Carson Allred, and Marcus Lang are 1, 2, 3 right now. Brendan, our friend, was scored in 5th as they crossed the stripe. I think he's dropped back to 6th. Just a hard case for him right now as I was watching him.
Boy, Allred doing everything he can do to try to catch Bester here.
Just a great start once again for Riley Bester, and he is gone through the Makita corner. And down the front stretch he comes. Pedal to the metal over the Amsoil finish line. My goodness, does that kid look fast out here.
That's not a bad lap time, 58.9.
You are correct.
Or 55.8, I'm sorry. Allsted was a little over 58 seconds.
They definitely changed up that outside line. Watch as some of the racers go through the outside line out of the Ram corner right there. You can certainly do more doubling through that section of the racetrack.
You can,
today.
and the thing is that as we get to the bigger classes,
Yeah.
how much speed they can actually carry into that corner and still make it work for them.
Going to be a battle for second momentarily as it just came into your screen there. Taylor Cole reeling in Carson Allred. Looks underneath him. Tries to make the pass on the outside. Can he make it stick here? He does. I believe Taylor Cole now will be scored in second. Let's find out as they come out of the Makita corner and head for the Amsoil finish line.
Taylor Cole, one of the Carlson Motorsport riders, racing for CNA Pro Ski ERX Playstead Company.
Yep, Taylor Cole into second, Carson Allred into third.
Boy, and once Cole got by already, he's kind of gone too.
Yeah, he's taking a very similar line to the one the leader is taking right now. So let's see if he can find a way to reel in Riley Bester.
Well, the interesting thing is that last lap that Taylor Cole ran was about the fastest lap that Bester's had. So, you know, he's found a little something. Bester's off the pace just a bit, but still there's about a 3.5 second differential between those two guys.
And you can just tell by the way he's riding. Taylor sees him out there. Riley has no idea anybody's reeling him in, and Taylor's doing everything he can to try to reel him in. Our buddy Brendan Goyne in 8th, by the way, right now, in case you're wondering. Through the Makita corner, headed towards that Amsoil finish line again. As he comes by, there'll be 3 to go for your leader. Let's see what the differential is, because it's significantly smaller this time. Riley Bester, Taylor Cole, down to 2.5 seconds for the lead now, as Taylor just ran a 54.9 lap. This could get interesting. There are still 2.5 laps left in this race. I'm not sure that's enough time for Taylor Cole.
Boy, he went big there, made up a little ground on the back part of the racetrack.
This is the section he's he was very fast on last time.
Cased it there
Yeah,
a little bit.
You're right. Through the dog leg at the top of the racetrack over there. Through the Skidoo corner. Out of the Makita corner and headed down the front stretch. Now, once again, your leader is on the front stretch right now. That's Riley Bester. Over the Amsoil finish line right now, that'll be 2 laps to go. I actually believe he did. He stretched out his lead a little bit that lap because he ran a 54.4. Somebody with a pit board must have told Riley, you better get back on the gas because here comes Taylor Cole. Dealing with lap traffic like a pro, Riley Bester gets around him easily. Down the back stretch he comes. Really nice, smooth section. We've got a yeller on the racetrack over there. Riley deals with it like a pro again. Through the Polaris corner. as he makes his way past the MMI tower, the mechanics tower.
That driver down in the back part of the racetrack is Carson Allred.
Oh, no.
Carson was, of course, in second place for quite a while.
One lap to go for Riley Bester. And again, he stretches that lead out. It's up to 7 seconds now. Taylor went after him really hard, might have worn himself down a bit trying to reel in the leader, but he's very comfortably in second place right now. Down the backstretch for the final time, half a lap away from a win is Riley Bester, and I should say from another win is Riley Bester.
He is just so consistent, you know, not pushing it, knows his lines, just feels comfortable with the pace he had. And the pace that he sets is enough to put a substantial lead between he and the rest of the field.
Into the Makita corner for the final time, and down the stretch he comes towards the AMSOIL finish line. The pride of Prior Lake, Minnesota, Riley Bester has won at Canterbury Park in the junior 14 and 15-year-old class. Taylor Cole will come across second. Am I right about that?
Yep, good run for him too. Runkle going to get on the podium again? He should.
He's almost to the Makita corner. We'll find out in a second here. Out of the corner, down the stretch he comes for the final spot on the podium. And Reed Runkle will come across in third. Good run for Reed.
Out of Polaris, out of Burlington, Wisconsin, FXR, SSI Decals, and Ingram Motorsports. Third place goes to Reed Runkle. In second place, out of Medina, Minnesota, for FXR, Carlson Motorsports, CNA Pro Ski, ERX, and Playstead Companies on the 714 Polaris, Taylor Cole. And your winner, boy, he is no stranger to this position on the podium, out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, for Fratellone Companies, FXR, Arctic Cat Speedworks, and Peterbilt on the 151, Riley Bester. Chelsea, I'm sure you got some questions for these guys.
Oh, I sure do. This is our junior 14-15 top three. In the third spot, Reed Runkle. Reed, I talked to you just a little bit ago. You said, man, it's been a long time. How does it feel to get on the podium twice in one weekend?
Feels awesome. I mean, I came from last this time, passed like a lot of people in one lap, and made it up here, so.
And who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Polaris, EVS, FXR, Polaris, SSI, just everyone.
Well, congratulations, Reed. In second spot, we've got Taylor Cole. Taylor, tell us about the track conditions today, and who do you want to thank for your second spot?
The track conditions is a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday it just stuck to your face and you couldn't see very well. And I'd like to thank all my friends and family for coming out here. It's mean a lot. Polaris, FXR, Carlson Motorsports. Huge thanks out to Carlson Motorsports. CNA Pro Skis, Fox Shocks, and everybody. Just thank you.
Well, congratulations, Taylor. And up on top of the box once again, Riley Bester. Riley, you're from Prior Lake, which is just down the road. How's it feel to be up on top of the box in front of the hometown crowd?
Feels great. To be first in front of all your family and friends, it's an awesome feeling.
And who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my sister, Tony Fratellone, Milt, Carla, Lauren, FXR, Fratellone, Articat for giving me the sweet ride, and Speedworks for the great clutching, get me the starts, Fox, Rocks, Fratellone, Graphics Effects, and everyone else. Thanks.
Congratulations, Riley. Again, that's your top three. I'll send it back to you guys in the booth.
Well, I know that the Woody's Racing
Junior
Girls 9-13 final is on the line, and they are green. Tavin Woody, Kleeman, Hauger, Sophia Halsey.
Oh, hang on to it.
Werdash,
Oh,
Meyer,
she hangs on to
Hochschmidt.
it. Nice job. Oh, we got two of them tangled up. They're both,
Oh!
and they're both back going again. And you mentioned it, but again, thank you to Woody's for sponsoring this class. Love to see this many young ladies out on the racetrack. the junior girls 9 to 13-year-olds.
Deanna Hauger getting together with Autumn Schlatter off there a little bit.
Taven Woody is your leader. Down the back stretch she goes.
Wouldn't that be something? Taven Woody wins the Woody's Racing.
That's
junior girls 9 to 13.
That would make sense.
Woody's, of course, a longtime traction product. Man, I tell you what, they have been in this sport and in all forms of racing for many, many, many years.
I love that. Just like the Fox hats that you're seeing, like Riley Bester had on there that I've now got in my own possession.
Did you get one like that?
Yeah, that takes me back to the day. You know, back to my young days when I was.
You took the brown one and gave me the orange one.
I like the old school one. But it takes me back to my days of racing motocross. I had at one point a 1979 RM80. And in 79, those were the colors of Fox and Bob the Hurricane Hanna and so on. Great battle for second right there. Did you see that?
That would be Meyerhoff and Kleeman.
The battle continues, and we have a new second place rider.
Yeah, Kleeman got it wrong.
But Taven Woody out of Alpine, Wyoming for Arctic Cat and Speedworks and Amsoil and Stud Boy and Toy Skins, FXR, and CNA Pro Skis. Lots of sponsors because, as you can tell, they like to sponsor a winner. Look at her out front there. McKenna Clayman out of Duluth, Minnesota for Graves Drilling and Rocks Speed FX. 4 laps to go in this final.
After this final, we got an LCQ, then some track maintenance and some practice.
Down the front stretch comes your leader. Through that Pertex section of the track and over the Amsoil finish line. 3 laps to go.
Looking solid
for Taven Woody. Here comes second place.
You know, you look at the clothing that's out there as to what it was and, you know, how especially these aftermarket companies like FXR have just put such a flavor in it. Made the sport so bright and brilliant. And, of course, when you watch the FXR video that we show of the folks out doing some outbacking and up in the big mountains and that, some of the different colors and arrangements they have. Carly, of course, wears all kinds of really, really wild things and just neat. Milton, of course, all of his staff have such great ideas as to where to take the sport and the accessories and clothing.
Into that Makita corner and a big lead now, probably about 10 seconds, maybe more than that for Taven Woody. Through again the Pertex section of the track. She'll cross the Amsoil finish line, 2 laps to go.
Boy, and she's faster that lap than she was the last lap.
Taven Woody again on an Arctic Cat. Here comes second place.
Boy, 15 seconds.
McKenna Kleiman.
Yep.
The battle will be heating up for third relatively quickly here.
Person's got to wonder how long Taven stays in this class before she can bump up into Pro-Am women and how competitive there she would be.
Yeah, I wonder if Marika Renheim's watching from somewhere saying,
well,
oh, hey,
all of them,
hey
Ullman
now.
and
Yeah,
Renheim, you know, Megan Brodeur.
And I'm sure all of them, just like us up here in the booth, just so glad to see the youth of the sport out on the racetrack. Again, 9 sleds in this Woody's Racing Junior Girls 9 to 13-year-olds.
This is a good decision for them to go this way. It's a great feeder class to feed that Pro-Am women's class.
1 lap to go for Taven Woody. And the lead is even bigger than it was the lap before. See her through the double section there. Man, that battle for third back there continuing as well as I'm watching that off the track. Down the backstretch, half a lap to go till the end of the race here. Half a lap away from the trophies. Into that Polaris corner for the final time, dealing with some lap traffic, your leader. through the dogleg into the skidoo corner. Almost ready for the finish line. The Makita corner for the final time, and down the stretch she comes. All the way from Alpine, Wyoming to the winner's circle. Checkers in the air for Taven Woody. In the Woody's Racing Junior Girls 9 to 13-year-old class. The battle continues to rage back there for third. You saw a little bumping and banging going on. McKenna Kleiman pretty handily has second place in her hand right now as she heads towards the finish line. But the battle for third is not over. Into the final turn, down towards the Pertec whoops. The drag race is on. It looks like McKaylee Meyerhofer is going to hold on for third. That's right. Sophia almost got her, but couldn't quite get there. So McKaylee Meyerhofer comes in third, McKenna Kleiman in second, and your winner by 23 seconds, Taven Woody, in the Woody's Racing Junior Girls 9 to 13-year-old class. We'll get their hardware ready to go and hand it out to them here in a moment. But quickly, Polaris wants to help you get after the best snow of the season with incredible deals on snowmobiles during the Terrain Domination Challenge sales event. Stop by your local Polaris dealer and get on the sled you've always wanted with limited time offers, including 0% financing for 60 months. Plus,
isn't that cool?
Your choice of up to a 2-year warranty or rebates up to $2,000.
Here's the best part, too.
What's that?
In third place, out of Waterford, Wisconsin, racing for Lynch Truck Center, Stud Boy. Road, track, and trail, along with Action Auto Sports. It is the 890 Artie Cat of McKaylee Meyerhoff. Boy, big smile there. Second place from Duluth, Minnesota, racing for Graves Drilling. Rock Speed FX. Number 199, McKenna Kleiman. And your winner on the Artie Cat. Sponsored by Speedworks, Amsoil, Studboy, Toyskin, FXR, and C&A Pro Ski. Sponsored by the Woodies. I stand corrected. The winner is Traven Woody. So let's go down and talk to Chelsea.
Hi guys, this is our top three here in the Woody's Junior Girls class. In third spot, McKaylee Meyerhofer. You were telling me as you came off, this is your first national podium. How's it feel to be up on the box?
Good.
And who do you want to thank today?
Mark Shedding, Lynch Truck Center, Stud Boy, AJ Electric, Action Power Sports, Road Track and Trail, my dad, my brother, my mom, my grandparents, and that's it.
Well, congratulations, great race. In second spot, McKenna Kleiman. I watched you off the start, and it looked like you guys are playing bumper sleds. You were here, there, and everywhere. How'd you make it up to second?
I just took a different line than all of them and made my way around them.
And who do you want to thank?
All my sponsors, my parents, my family, anybody, I guess, that helps me.
Well, congratulations, McKenna. And up on top of the box, come on down, Taven. You have quite the support crew back in your trailer. Mike, George, your older brother, Caden. How important is it, too, to have those guys in the trailer?
It's super important. They keep me focused and everything.
And who do you want to thank today?
Articat, FXR, Fox Shocks, Amsoil, Speedworks, Stud Boy, CMP, Toy Skins, and Mom and Dad. My mom and dad, Chad, Dylan, and Tim, and Woody's Racing.
Well, congratulations, Taven. Great race. That's your top three. I'm coming back in to find some hot chocolate, guys. It's chilly out here.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Chelsea. And we again want to apologize. We want to thank the Woody's family for sponsoring the Junior Girls 9 to 13. So big thanks to them.
Yes,
It'd be kind of
great.
special when you're sponsoring a class and your daughter wins it. So.
Well, you know, I'm always astounded because those young ladies race like crazy and they get off their sleds and you realize they are young girls. These are 10 to 13-year-old girls just dominating on this racetrack. Great job, Taven. We got a big final right here.
It is. Another final coming up. It is Sport Lite 2. We seen them yesterday. Boy, these guys bumped and banged last night. Interesting to see how this final ends up today. Line them up for you. Here's how they line up in that front row. Bailey Forrest is your #1 qualifier on his Hardy Cat. Brian Peterson. Then it is Steve Walters. He's on a Polaris. Jordan Wolf, Riley Bear, Taylor Cole. We've seen him on the podium already today. Jesse Hendrickson out of Pequot Lakes on his Hardy Cat. Matt Uford, Andrew Cole, and Brandon Lynn is the front row. Back row finds Kyle Anderson, Keegan Bachra, Bo Tibbetts, Cole Lavallee, and Jake Slavin. That's the lineup for the Sport Lite 2 final.
I'm going to throw something crazy at you. Kyle Anderson, #1 qualifier on the back row there. Watch him make the podium from the 11th qualifying spot.
I'm going to make a little mark on my sheet right
Make
here.
that mark on your sheet.
Got it.
Thank you. It's in the starter's hands.
Yeah, he was fast.
He was very fast. And they're racing at Canterbury Park. 15 sleds into turn 1. It's a final.
Oh, somebody got pinched, stayed on his sled, but now he's got to find a spot to get back on the racetrack.
Jesse Hendrickson into the lead, but it's a 3-way battle, almost a 4-way battle at the top.
Matthew Uford and Andrew Knoll, they were the two drivers
they are
that came
stacked
off.
up there. Look at that. Oh, we lost one off the track in the FXR turn. And down the back stretch they go, and it's a drag race over the Air Force flyaway.
Hendrickson out in front in the Arctic Cat.
Not anymore.
No, Peterson able to get around. Hendrickson was squirrely and stacked back a ways. I think that's Cole, Taylor Cole, that sits in second place right now on the Polaris. They're shaking him up big time.
Out of the Skidoo corner, into the Makita corner, and down the stretch they come once again. We will set the field for the final as they cross the Amsoil finish line. It's Brian Peterson, Taylor Cole, Bailey Forrest, Jordan Wolf, and Steve Wader, I should say, now has moved up into 5th.
6th spot's going to be Brandon Lynn. Then it's Bachra, Cole Lavallee, Bo Tibbetts, and Kyle Anderson in 10th.
Your leader around that big inside jump and headed towards the Air Force flyaway. Brian Peterson, again, your second qualifier out of McHenry, Illinois for fly racing and Big Kid Power Sports. Love the sound of that. Peterson, Cole, Forrest, 1, 2, 3. And Cole has reeled in. Your leader looks to the inside. A little bit of an outside run, going to make an inside move here, and it's a drag race down the front stretch towards that Amsoil finish line. Cole on the inside, your leader, Peterson on the outside.
Peterson could be in trouble here. No, he was able to find a little more speed to hold the line. It looked like Taylor Cole may have been able to try to shoot underneath, but like we said, because of the speed of Peterson's sled, Peterson was able to hold him off.
Bailey Force right there in third is going to make this interesting in a second as well. Again, the final of the Sport Lite #2 class. And Force right there in third looks to the outside of our second place rider. Here comes Cole again, catches him down that back stretch. A tale of 2 sections of the racetrack in this final, as Taylor Cole much faster on that back section of the track. Looks to the inside in the Skidoo corner, makes the move. Can't make it stick there. Inside line.
Those two guys up front, they're fast, boy. Look at Anderson just leading him down here, or Peterson rather. Cole trying to find a spot to make a pass, and as that's happening, Bailey Forrest just kind of watching that all transpire in front of him.
Forrest takes that outside line through that ram turn, and he catches a lot of air and makes up a lot of room on Cole and puts a little paint on him, and he goes off his sled. I believe that was Bailey Forrest that went off his sled in that corner down there, Mike, our third place rider.
Yeah, it was, because you've got another Polaris that's moved up. I think that is Jordan Wolf on his
we've got
Polaris.
a new leader. Taylor Cole shot out of a rocket after that Air Force flyaway, Mike. He's been faster in that section of the track the entire race, and he used it to get around Peterson.
Boy, he put a smackdown on him, too.
It just happened just like that. Out of the corner and down the stretch, the new leader comes. 2 laps to go in this final for Taylor Cole.
You watch Taylor, and then you watch Peterson. You wonder if something's wrong with Peterson's sled, but seems to be, up to speed.
Taylor Cole out of Medina, Minnesota for FXR, Carlson Motorsports, and CNA Pro Skis.
And now Jordan Wolf starting to take a peek at Brian Peterson, hoping to move up into second place.
Well, you weren't kidding, Mike. You nailed it. Taylor Cole is just gone. Inside the battle for second. And we got a new second place rider now. Here comes Jordan Wolf.
Well, you got to look at Peterson and wonder what's going on. If he just got rattled and, you know, it took him out of his groove thing, that he is not running as well. He was so strong early on.
Out of the Makita corner and headed for the AMSOIL finish line. This will be the white flag lap for your leader. Taylor Cole had to work for this one. He's got a little more work to do, and the trophies await. 1, 2, 3, Cole, Wolf, Peterson right now.
Bailey Forrest still in fourth. Then it's Walter, Lind, Baccarat in seventh, Hendrickson in eighth.
Down the backstretch he comes for the final time.
You know, it's interesting because Bailey Forrest is sitting in fourth. He's not going to, I don't think he's going to be able to make up enough time, but he's even gained some ground on Peterson.
Through the rhythm section for the final time. The Skidoo corner. Taylor Cole into the Makita final corner. And straight out of Medina to Canterbury Park and Shakopee to the win. Checkers in the air for Taylor Cole, who will win the Sport Lite #2 final in round 6 of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram.
Think he's excited?
I think he is. He has won the Pertex Snowcross National presented by Jimmy John's. Great race for Taylor Cole.
All around a good race for all of these drivers in that Sport Lite class. Some good competition for the various positions, but boy, up front, there were 4, 5, 6 sleds that early on started dicing it and swapped a little paint maybe here and there, and then transferred positions. I would say that they're very excited down in the pit area.
Taylor Cole's parents, big hugs there. Huge congrats. Love to see it. What a great family sport. And you know, while we have a second here, I want to throw some love out to the people at Canterbury Park as well. Love this facility, summer or winter time, but they take such great care of us when we come to town.
They do. It's, you know, the folks here at Canterbury are just super to work with. All the way across the board, from the people down in management, you know, up into the audio-visual folks. Everyone, just so much fun to work with.
And as we check the Woody's Whole Shot scoreboard, fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, national championship game. Your North Dakota State Bison 34, Jacksonville State 10. We are 7 minutes away from another championship for the Bison. How about that?
They've scored a few points since last time I looked. It was 24-10.
Yeah, they probably got the second string in right now.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, John.
Let's take and present to you the top 3 here in the Sport Lite 2 final here at the Pertex Snowcross Nationals, presented by Jimmy John's. In third place, he's out of McHenry, Illinois, racing for Fly Racing, Big Kids Power Sports, Rocks Speed, CNA Pro Skis, on the number 112 Skidoo. His name, Brian Peterson. Your second place finisher out of Montreal, Wisconsin, racing for South Shore Oil Company, IBC. Also racing for Polaris and Fly Racing on the 857 Polaris, Jordan Wolf. And your winner, boy, congratulations, out of Medina, Minnesota, racing for FXR, Carlson Motorsports, CNA Pro Skis, ERX, and Playsted Companies on the 714 Polaris, Taylor Cole. Let's go down to winner's circle in Chelsea.
Hi guys, I got our top 3 here in the Sport Lite class. In third spot, Brian Peterson. I talked to you when you got off the track. You're like, it's been the first podium in a while. So how does it feel to be up on the box today?
It feels awesome. I was running in second yesterday when I blew a belt, so I feel like it was well-deserved today.
For sure, and who do you want to thank?
I couldn't do it without my dad. He's here for every race. My brother who's back at home watching. My mechanic, Jared Verba. And then all the sponsors, Big Kid Power Sports, Fly Racing, Spy Optic, and anyone else I forgot. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. Great race. In second spot, Jordan Wolf. I feel like you've been making a lot of improvements all season long. You seem a lot faster and more focused. How have you been doing this season?
I've been doing pretty good. Second podium this year, so that's always fun.
And who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my sister, everyone watching, my sponsors, South Shore Oil, IBC Boilers, Polaris, Brad and Ben in the trailer, Junior, they're awesome. Chubb and Sandy's, Uncle Rick, Grandma and Grandpa Wolf, Grandma and Grandpa Engberg, Fly, Stud Boy, Rocks, CNA Pro Skis, Cloverland Motorsports, and anyone else I forgot, thank you.
Congratulations, Jordan. And up on top of the box, Taylor Cole. Taylor, you had to work to get up on top of the box today. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Just being patient, seeing where I was fast and where he wasn't, and that wasn't very easy because he was pretty fast everywhere I was, so that was the hardest part. And so,
who do you want to thank today?
I'd like to thank all my friends and family for coming out here. Huge thanks to Carlson Motorsports. They've done nonstop to help me this year, and it's just been amazing working with such a great team. FXR, Fox, Playstick Companies, CNA Pro Skis, Earmax Motor Park, Smart Phil, and just everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations, Taylor. Great race. That's your Sport Lite final. I'm going to send it back up to you guys.
Thanks, Chelsea. Congratulations to, again, Taylor and Jordan and Brian and all the drivers here in that Sport Lite class. A great show that you guys put on, and congratulations on your podium finishes. So that wraps up Sport Lite for the weekend here. Good racing.